Do you ever feel like when you set a goal, it feels unattainable? Did you not hit your 2021 goals? That's okay, because in today's video, I will be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to make 2022 your best year yet. We're going to be going through journaling, setting healthy habits, how to plan properly, and how to accomplish your goals for 2022. A big thing that is important when starting fresh in a new year is recapping the previous year. Where a lot of our failures were in 2021 should be where our resolutions are. You can change your life any time of the year. I mean, I feel like using New Year's is a great excuse just because there's so much pressure, but it's also really important to focus on the fact that you can change any time of the year. So if you want to change your goals, then change your goals in June. Like, you don't need to wait until January 1st to do that. My 2021 was honestly amazing. I am gonna just kind of talk about a couple takeaways that I kind of took away from 2021. 2021 was probably the most influential to me. I learned a lot of things. One thing I learned, and it took me a while to learn, is that motivation is temporary. Everyone's like, I need to get motivated to go do this, but motivation, that feeling is temporary, you know? What really is gonna help you thrive and push forward in your goals is to be disciplined. And it took me a while to learn that, and I'm glad I finally learned it because it has helped me not get so burnt out with things, because I would get burnt out in YouTube, I'd get burnt out with schoolwork, and just being able to realize that this motivation, take advantage of it, but it's temporary, and there's gonna be days where you don't feel like going to the gym, but you have to be disciplined enough to go to the gym because that was your goal. Another thing I learned and kind of have just learned to be okay with is being able to be okay with being by myself. For a while, I always had to spend time with people, go to the grocery store with people. I've been okay with just running errands by myself and doing things by myself and not having plans every weekend, and spending time with myself. Like, I feel like that is such a big accomplishment. And if you aren't to the point where you cannot be okay with being by yourself, maybe make that a New Year's resolution, because it's really important. Be okay with being by yourself, especially going into a relationship. If you are very dependent on someone, it's not going to work out because you need your own sense of independence. Another thing I learned is that it is okay to medicate when you are going through a rough time. Back in May, I had horrible anxiety. I would have panic attacks probably every couple days, and I went on anxiety medication, and it has helped so much. I have obsessive tendencies when I am very anxious. Like, my room always has to be clean. I always have to have things a certain way. That's just the way I function with my anxiety. And for a while, I just felt like I didn't need to get on anti-anxiety medication because I felt like I could regulate it through meditation or whatever. But it just got to a point where I would have these super high highs and these super low lows. And as soon as I got on anxiety medication, it just kind of leveled out. I mean, sometimes I can feel a little bit of motionless and a little disassociated right now, and where I am at in my life. Like, anxiety medication has just been a blessing in disguise. I didn't realize that it would help me so much. Another one is setting boundaries. I am such a people pleaser, and being able to set boundaries with people is very important. It's okay to, be a giver and want to help other people. You don't want to get used by people. You need to be able to set clear boundaries with family members, friends. When you get a job or when you start new relationships, it's important to have boundaries. Another thing I learned, which has helped me remain consistent throughout the gym this entire year, taking the physical appearance side out of working out out of the equation, because you go to the gym once and you don't see a difference. You go to the gym twice, you don't see a difference. You go for a week, you don't really see a difference. I saw this thing on TikTok, but you brush your teeth every day to avoid cavities, and you don't see a difference if you brush your teeth once or if you brush your teeth twice. But it's the consistency that is important, because if you don't have that consistency, you're gonna get cavities. Just like if you don't have that consistency, you're not gonna see results. Now that we talked about the things I learned, we're gonna talk about the things that I kind of just failed at. I feel like it's really important to go into the new year just kind of thinking about your failures, because I want to change and I want to make sure I grow from my failures. And I don't know, I just hate the fact that I use my phone in the morning before I get out of bed, and it just takes so much energy out of my day before I even get it started. Another thing is consistency with YouTube. Was getting really good towards the last couple months, but in the summer I rarely posted. It's just not being consistent and not hitting 100,000 subscribers, which is okay, but I mean, it was a goal of mine to hit. Now that we talked about our 2021 recap and our failures of that year, we're gonna hop into our 2022 goals. I am severely decaffeinated, so we're gonna make some coffee. I'll be back. Okay, got our coffee and we're ready to plan our goals. I think I'm going to write them out first, and then we're actually going to go into Notion and strategically plan them out. I feel like having a solid like 3 goals is a lot less overwhelming than having a whole list of 10 big goals. It's kind of hard to accomplish all of them. Okay, so my first goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers. It's gonna take some strategic planning in order to accomplish that. Second goal is to learn how to budget because I'm going to get a job on top of YouTube so I can save a lot of money for college. Okay, my third goal is no phone in the morning because I just feel like I cut that out in the morning, it will just start my day off on such a great note. My fourth goal is to save X amount of money. So those are my goals. We're gonna just go in and plan them out strategically. So quarter 1, we have school, health, and YouTube. Create strict budget. Okay, now that I have my goals pretty much planned out, I'm gonna show you guys my 2022 vision board. This is what my 2022 vision board looks like. I just went on Pinterest and planned it out. I did it actually in my last video, my decluttering my room video. You guys can check that out in the iCard. I would definitely recommend creating a vision board for 2022. I feel like having that as your background for your laptop. We are gonna just journal because I just feel like there's nothing more refreshing than putting my thoughts out on paper and just kind of making it more tangible. Doing a 2021 review, and I'll give you guys some prompt ideas, so if you want to grab your journal and write these down so you can do them later tonight, you should definitely do that. The first thing you can ask yourself is describe 2021 in 3 words. What little things did you enjoy doing on a daily basis? Okay, the next one is what skills did you learn? What personal qualities or habits did you cultivate and strengthen this year? What new things did you learn about yourself? What did you do this year to get out of your comfort zone? Did any negative events happen and how did you overcome them? What and whom are you most grateful for? The next thing I think is really crucial is to clean your space and declutter it. Get rid of the stuff you don't use that doesn't bring value to your life, and just get rid of it, clean up your space and make it feel fresh and new. Get some new things for your room because it just feels good to refresh your space. Another thing that you can do is to do a digital declutter. We use our phones so much and there's so much clutter on there, apps we don't use, so I'm gonna just walk you guys through my digital declutter because it just needs to happen. So I pretty much got my phone decluttered for the most part. I got my lock screen all set up. So obsessed with it. It's basically like my background on my computer, but widgets, I have crypto, and then I have like stocks. I have my Notion and my Google Calendar. But we're gonna go through and delete emails because I've not logged onto my school email in so long. So on break, I got over 230 emails, which is just really great. The next thing that I feel like is so important to start in 2022 is going to the gym. I mean, whether that's like going to more yoga classes or just moving your body more, just having an active routine is just so great for every aspect of your life, your sleep, your happiness, physical health, mental health. Working out is just so great and it has so many great benefits for all these different areas in your life. The next thing I feel like is really important is to have a planner. I also have these paper planners. I just like using them to like visualize my week. Primarily, I do everything digitally. Now we are going to open my Notion. I just have some old photos in my Notion that I just want to kind of refresh. I like how simple this dashboard is because I just keep on scrolling here. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with this dashboard just because it's really simplified. So we got our content calendar. so I can just plan out my videos here. I'm gonna make my dorm checklist here. Okay, so I have all my scholarships that I'm gonna apply for there. So the next thing that I feel like is really important is to have a routine. I use Google Calendar to time block my routine, and it's just kind of held on there throughout the entire year, and I move it accordingly because I plan out my weeks, but I just kind of have this outline of what my routine looks like. I wake up, go to the gym, like I literally time block every single thing I'm doing, from driving time to when I wake up, everything. Time blocking is really great because it holds you accountable for your goals. Would also recommend getting one of these desktop calendars to hang on your wall because it's really great to just plan out your goals for the month. Okay, so I'm gonna make note of when days off and everything, and I'm just gonna plan it throughout the rest of the year, so. So I'm planning out the last couple months of senior year, and it's absolutely insane to me, the fact that I'm closer to graduating than I am to my junior year. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me, but I just hope that you guys can use some of my tips to make 2022 your best year yet. Definitely should subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want more videos like this. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram. It's on the screen and it will be linked down below. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.